Because at the end of the day, I think what scares people is this idea of female empowerment is somehow threatening. No, it's not. You empower the women, you're empowering the community.
When a woman is empowered, it changes absolutely everything in the community. And
I think what's been really interesting is it's all so interconnected. And when you look at something like that, you say, okay, well, building wells, sure, you have the water and you have the life source, but what it also does is enables young girls to not have to walk miles to get water for their family, and instead they're able to stay in school. And that education is going to foster them being able to be very active in their society and empower female leadership.
You know, it seems like a broad stroke, and many people will say, okay, fine, yes, you want girls to have an education, you just want to have smart girls. It's actually much more complex than that, and it really does solve so many of the world's problems when a girl has access to education. You know, I mean, you look at it and you could say, here are the vulnerabilities and the challenges that come about when they don't have access to education, right? Early childhood marriage, susceptibility to trafficking, modern slavery, all of that. But equally, look at all of the positives that come out of it when you do have access to education for young girls, how it affects economic development, the GDP, billions of dollars on the table are lost by girls being pulled out of education.
It's like if there is a problem out there and you know that it seems nonsensical and we have the means to talk about it and not just retweet it and not just come up with some hashtag, but to really find the call to action and do something about it, then I completely believe that it's our responsibility to do it.
We have a responsibility as well, that if we're part of social media, if we're engaging in that way, that we are not just giving people more things to chat about, but actually something to do. Exactly. And that's why I say, what's the call to action? A hashtag is not enough, right? So you say, great, you can make a donation. You could sponsor a girl, you know, with Minima Healer, through Queen's Commonwealth Trust, through so many of these organizations, with CAMA, CAMFED, to be able to say, this is a tangible thing that I can do that will enable this girl to stay in school for a year. That's something you can do. And I think oftentimes when we talk about themes like this that are so large, people just don't know where to begin. So give them something to do. Say, this will cost you so little and it will make the largest impact. But that is how we start to affect that change, because it's action.